We are planning an MCI drill that is going to encompass a whole bunch of different entities from local, federal agencies, as well as our students here at NYITCOM. We're also planning on encompassing flying one of our patients to a local medical center, and they're going to activate an MCI drill on their campus. So lots of moving parts, lots of different entities, and lots of student interaction.
We are going to start out with a hostage situation in a school auditorium on campus that is going to transition into an active shooter. There will be people injured at that time. They have to be appropriately managed and triaged by the FBI medics, transferred to Nassau County EMS staff, and then brought up to the final teams, the student physician who are simulating being providers in our ER.
Events like this are important because, again, we can only talk so much or simulate so much in the classroom. It's only outside the classroom that we can immerse the student in not only scenarios that they may have heard about, but also the sights, sounds, and surroundings of what accompanies that scenario.
Never in my dreams of going to medical school did I think I'd be participating in a multi-agency mass casualty event, something that's, a real life occurrence that we're probably going to see in our careers as physicians. So it was nice to kind of get a small taste of that now in a controlled environment where you can make mistakes and then we can learn.
I felt that everybody actually played a role of what they were supposed to do and kind of jump into action. It's not just about knowing how to do certain academic things, but knowing in real life and actually being able to apply it and showcase how you could actually be of help. I think that's important to know the difference.
Training like this is invaluable because anybody who says they can do this by themselves is lying. Nobody can do this by themselves. So when the FBI comes onto a scene, comes into an area, we can't do it alone. We have to have local resources to help us, especially on the medical side of the house.
You never know what's going to happen these days. Mass casualty incidences are happening in places that you wouldn't expect. So being able to train and practice in different scenarios, different locations, helps us to be ready to be able to work together and respond accordingly.
I definitely think the biggest takeaway should be that no matter how well things go, it's always going to feel like chaos. I think we all did a fantastic job. I think all of our patients did fantastic, and it's always going to feel like chaos no matter what. But it's a controlled chaos that everyone comes home from.
The biggest takeaway for me is going to be the interaction between the multiple agencies that are going to be here, the communications from those agencies, from one level provider to the second level provider, all the way up to our DO students. There's a tremendous amount of information that tends to get lost when you transfer our care from patient from one provider to another, and that's really what we're trying to prevent happening going forward with this exercise.
I want students to realize that they are still learning. The time to make mistakes is now, and the time to get used to these things, which are albeit way too real, is right now, when it's simulated, when it's fake, so that if the real thing does happen, they're prepared.